The world had fallen into darkness. Evil consumed every heart. Violence filled the streets. And God looked down in sorrow. But one man, one righteous man, still prayed. His name was Noah. And heaven was about to speak. Humanity had turned away from God. Brother killed brother. Greed ruled every heart. The innocent suffered. The earth cried out in pain. Everywhere Noah looked, he saw only wickedness. But he refused to follow them. He walked alone, with God. While the world spiraled into chaos, Noah found refuge in his family. His wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. They were all he had. They believed in the same God. They held on to hope. Together, they prayed for mercy. But Noah felt something coming, something terrible and divine. And then, God spoke. His voice echoed like thunder across Noah's soul. The end of all flesh has come before me. The earth is filled with violence. I will destroy them in the earth. But you, Noah, you have found grace in my eyes. I will save you, and through you, I will start again. Build an ark. A massive boat. Bigger than anything humanity had ever seen. Make it from gopher wood. Cover it with pitch. Make it 3 stories high. And fill it with every living creature. 2 of every kind. Noah had never seen a flood. He lived nowhere near water. But God had spoken. And Noah believed. They thought he was insane. A flood? Here? In the desert? They laughed. They mocked. They cursed his name. Foolish old man building a boat on dry land. But Noah didn't argue. He didn't defend himself. He simply obeyed. Day after day. Blow after blow of ridicule. He kept building. Year after year, they built. Under the burning sun. Through storms and exhaustion. Noah's hands grew calloused. His sons grew into men beside him. The ark grew higher, wider, stronger. And still, no rain. The world continued in its wickedness. But the ark kept rising. There were nights when Noah doubted. When the weight felt too heavy. When the silence from heaven felt endless. God, where is the rain? When will this end? Have I heard you correctly? But then, he would remember. God's voice. God's promise. And he would rise again. And build. After 120 years, it was finished. The ark stood complete. A monument of faith in a world of disbelief. No one believed it would ever matter. But Noah knew. The day of judgment was near. Heaven had been patient. But time was running out. And then, the impossible happened. They came. From the mountains. From the forests. From the deserts. 2 by 2. Lions with lambs. Predators with prey. All in perfect peace. No human called them. No human trained them. God himself brought them. And the world watched in terror as the miracle unfolded. Noah gave them one last chance. Please, come inside. Judgment is here. God's mercy is still open. But they refused. They cursed him. They spat at his feet. They chose their own way. And so, Noah turned away. He walked toward the ark. His family followed. The door remained open, waiting. But no one else would enter. They stepped into the ark. Into the unknown. Into God's protection. Noah looked back one last time at the world he knew. At the people he couldn't save. His heart broke. But he had obeyed. He had warned them. Now, it was in God's hands. And then, God himself sealed the door. No man could open it. No man could enter. The time of mercy had ended. The time of judgment had begun. And the heavens opened. They had never seen rain before. Not like this. At first, just a few drops. Strange. Curious. But then, more. And more. And suddenly, the sky split open. And water, endless water, came crashing down. The fountains of the great deep burst open. Water exploded from beneath the earth. Rivers. Oceans. Springs. All at once. The ground itself betrayed them. There was nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. The judgment was total. They screamed. They begged. They pounded on the Ark's door until their hands bled. Let us in. We were wrong. Please. But the door stayed closed. God's patience had run out. The world they had chosen was drowning. And Noah, inside the ark, could only weep. Noah heard them. Every scream. Every desperate cry. He knew them. Some were neighbors. Some were family who refused to believe. His heart shattered. But there was nothing he could do. The door was sealed. The judgment was God's. All Noah could do was trust and grieve. 40 days. 40 nights. The rain didn't stop. The water kept rising. Higher. And higher. Until every mountain, every tree, every living thing outside the ark was gone. The world God had created was unmade. Only the ark remained. Only 8 souls. Only the creatures inside. Everything else was silence. Inside the ark, life continued. Noah and his family fed the animals, cleaned the stalls, worked in silence. It was strange. Outside, the world had ended. Inside, there was peace. God's presence filled every corner. They were floating in judgment, but living in grace. The ark was more than wood. It was mercy. And then, it stopped. The rain. The endless pounding. Silence. Beautiful, terrifying silence. Noah stepped onto the deck and looked up. For the first time in 40 days, he saw the sun. A promise. A sign. God's wrath was satisfied. But now came the waiting. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. The water didn't recede. Noah waited. His family waited. The animals waited. No land. No sign. Just waiting. Trusting. Believing that God hadn't forgotten them. That the same God who sealed them in would bring them out. But when? Only heaven knew. Noah released a raven. Go, he whispered. Find land. The bird flew. It circled. It searched. But there was nothing. Only water. The raven returned. Not yet. Not today. But Noah didn't lose hope. He would try again. Then came the dove. Pure. Gentle. Innocent. Noah released it and prayed. Please, God. Let there be land. But the dove returned. Her wings were weary. There was no place to rest. No dry ground. Not yet. But Noah would try again. 7 days later, he sent her again. And when she returned, Noah's heart stopped. There, in her beak, an olive leaf. Green. Fresh. Alive. Land. Somewhere beneath the water, life was returning. The earth was healing. God's promise was coming true. The third time, she didn't come back. She had found land. Trees. Life. And Noah knew. It was almost time. The earth was ready. God's judgment had passed. The new world was waiting. And soon, they would walk on it again. And then, they saw it. Mountains. Green. Alive. rising from the water like a resurrection. The earth was reborn, washed clean, made new. The world they knew was gone. But this world, this fresh beginning, was a gift. A second chance. Not just for them, but for all creation. Solid ground. After more than a year, solid ground. Noah fell to his knees and wept. He kissed the earth. He grabbed the soil. It was real. They had survived. God had kept his promise. The nightmare was over. The new beginning had arrived. Then came the animals. Pair by pair. They walked out into freedom. Into a world made new. The lion roared. The birds sang. Life exploded across the earth. God's creation released. Restored. Given another chance. And Noah watched, with joy unspeakable. The first thing Noah did was worship. He built an altar. Gathered stones. Offered sacrifice. Not out of duty, but out of love. Out of gratitude. God had saved them. God had remembered them. God had kept every promise. And Noah's heart overflowed with praise. The smoke rose to heaven. And God smelled the sacrifice. And it pleased him. In that moment, heaven and earth connected. The Creator and the created. God saw Noah's heart. Broken yet grateful. Faithful despite everything. And God made a promise. And God spoke, "Never again. I will never again destroy all life with a flood. Never again will the waters become judgment. The earth will endure. Seasons will continue. Day and night will not cease. I promise you, Noah. This is my covenant with all creation." And then they saw it. Colors in the sky. A bow. A rainbow. God's signature written in light. A reminder for all generations. When you see the rainbow, remember. God keeps his promises. Judgment came. Mercy won. And the rainbow is the proof. God will never forget. And neither should we. And so, they began again. Noah planted. His sons built. His wife prepared. The world was theirs to fill. Theirs to steward. Every seed planted was an act of faith. Every structure built was a declaration. Life would continue. Humanity would grow. And this time, they would remember. The earth filled again. Noah's sons had children. Those children had children. Families grew. Tribes formed. Nations began. And Noah, the righteous man, became the father of the new world. Every person alive today carries his blood. We are all children of the Ark, children of the covenant. And Noah told them, over and over, he made them remember. Never forget what happened. Never forget God's judgment. Never forget his mercy. See that ark on the mountain? That's where we came from. That's how you're alive. God saved us. God kept his promise. But he also judges sin. Live righteously. Walk with God. Remember, always remember. The ark remained. For generations, it stood on that mountain. A witness. A warning. A promise. Parents brought their children to see it. Pilgrims traveled from distant lands to touch it. No one could deny it. No one could forget. The judgment happened. The salvation happened. And the ark remembered for them. Noah lived 350 years after the flood. He saw the earth fill. He saw cities rise. He saw his children's children's children. He had done what God asked. He had saved the world. He had walked faithfully. And now, tired, old, but satisfied, he rested. His work was complete. At 950 years old, Noah closed his eyes for the last time. Surrounded by love. surrounded by the legacy of his faith. He had seen the worst of humanity and the best of God. He had walked through judgment and lived in grace. And now, he went home to the God who had saved him, to the God who had called him righteous. And heaven opened. The faithful servant came home. Well done, Noah. Well done, my faithful servant. You believed when no one else did. You obeyed when the world mocked. You saved what I loved. Enter now into your rest. Enter into my joy. The flood is over. The judgment is past. Welcome home, my beloved. And the earth filled, just as God promised. Humanity grew. Nations formed. Cities rose. Life everywhere. All because one man believed. One family obeyed. One ark survived. Noah's legacy wasn't just survival. It was faith. Faith that obeyed. Faith that endured. Faith that saved the world. And still today, we see it. After every storm, after every rain, the rainbow appears. And if we remember, if we teach our children, we know what it means. God keeps his promises. Judgment came once. Mercy won. And the rainbow says, never again. Never forgotten. Always faithful. That's the story of Noah. That's the promise of God. But Noah's story is also a warning. The world returned to its old ways. People forgot. They stopped believing. They mocked the faithful ones. Just like before. And Jesus said it would happen again. As it was in the days of Noah, so will it be at the coming of the Son of Man. People eating, drinking, marrying, until the flood came and swept them all away. Are we listening? Or are we like them? Because Noah's Ark was a picture, a shadow, of the real salvation to come. The Ark saved 8 people from judgment. But the cross saves all who believe from eternal judgment. Noah pointed to the water and said, "Come inside." Jesus points to the cross and says, "Come to me." The door of the Ark was sealed by God. The door of salvation is Jesus Christ. And the question is the same: will you enter? Every person faces the same choice Noah's generation faced. Enter the Ark of salvation, or face judgment alone. Humble yourself and obey God's way, or trust your own path. The door is open now, today. But it won't stay open forever. One day, God will seal it. One day, the rain will start. And the question that will matter is, did you enter? Did you believe? Did you choose Jesus? This is the story of Noah. A story of judgment and mercy. Of faith and salvation. Of warning and hope. The rainbow still appears. The covenant still stands. The ark still witnesses. And God still saves. He saved Noah through the water. He saves us through the cross. The question is, will you believe? Will you enter? The ark is waiting. The door is open. But not forever. Come home. Come to the God who saves. Come, before the rain begins. This is Noah's message. This is God's heart. Remember the flood. Trust the Savior. And never, ever forget.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.